I think we are live. I haven't done one of these in a while. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Tell them what your name is.
Declan.
I'm going to share this on my personal page too, just so we can, let's see. We're just, oh yeah, we are. I can see it on here. And let's share it. There we go. Share to my page. There we go. All right. I can't tell. Oh, there's 2 people watching. So, oh, there, look. Say hi to Aunt Kelly.
Hello.
And say hi to Nana.
Hello, Nana.
So, we were hoping to, and there's Brian.
Hi.
We were hoping to get more dressed for this, but we went out on a walk this morning, and super hot in here in Massachusetts. Right?
Yeah.
What was happening?
We were going to a cemetery and it was so creepy. No.
But it was very hot out? Yeah. So,
anyways, I hate the cemetery. It's so scary.
You were scared? So this is Declan, and Declan has been part of the Across the Spectrum documentary for 5 years now. This is Brian, Declan's younger brother, and then Declan also has a sister.
Yeah, her name is KK, but we call her. Her name's Karen, but we call her KK.
That's right. So Declan, why don't you tell them a little bit about what grade you're in?
What is this supposed to be? I'm in.
It's a live video that people can see and they can ask us questions.
I'm in years old, and I'm in 2nd grade.
And you're going into what grade?
And I'm going into 3rd grade.
That's right. And what's your favorite subject?
My subject?
Yeah.
What's that?
What's your favorite subject in school? Like writing, science, reading?
None of that.
None of that. What part of school do you like the best?
Playing outside.
Playing outside.
Anyways, I used to have a war in school.
Then somebody had asked on the page, they wanted to know if you have a favorite food. What's your favorite food?
Pizza. I like it no cheese. Bacon.
So Declan eats large pizza with just sauce, no cheese on it. And part of a big thing that we work with Declan is food sensitivity and food aversions. So he is a very limited eater, and we had removed gluten from his diet for a while, and it was really, really, he did really, really well. He responded really well to that. And his attention increased greatly. He jumped 3 reading levels in 2 weeks. So we saw a really nice progress. But since quarantine has happened...
Why did the camera go on this side? Because my hand is on this side.
I know, it's flipped, yes. So he, because of quarantine, he was eating very limited, even more limited, because he had foods that he would eat at school and foods that he would eat at home. But since school was not an option, he wouldn't eat those foods. So he got down to only eating 2 foods. Okay. And we had to introduce pizza back in just to give him some variety.
We're gonna get JP Lex.
No.
We're gonna get JP Lex today.
No, not JP Lex.
We're gonna get JP
Okay,
Lex
let's see if
today.
there's any other questions. What are you looking forward to learning in 3rd grade? We did talk about the other day how they're going to start learning division and multiplication.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds fun.
I'm not a nerd even.
You're not a nerd?
Yeah, I just do... I just do funny jokes all the time, and
Hi to KK. Hi, Joan. Leave that so I can see if there's any... Do you want to show them any of the pictures that you draw?
Yeah.
How about this one of Clarence?
Oh, Clarence.
So one of his favorite shows is Clarence.
I watch it on YouTube.
And he drew that.
It's kind of awesome, right? And
he loves crunch. Every time on YouTube, he
Jeff. His name's Jeff.
Jeff.
Wait.
Um,
Alright, good.
and Colleen said, what is your favorite part about summer?
My favorite part about summer?
I bet I can guess. What's your favorite part about summer?
Going to the pool.
Going to the pool? And where's the other place that you love to go? With the beach?
Yeah.
What's it called? Cape Cod?
Yeah.
Cape Cod. And Rachel said, what is your favorite TV show and movie?
Movie. Oh, it's Star Wars.
He's a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah, he
My
loves
dad
Star
is.
Wars
And
every
your
day.
dad is. And
Every day he likes Star
where
Wars.
did you get to go before quarantine? Where did you get to go and meet the Star Wars people?
What quarantine?
Remember in February, where did we go on vacation?
To Disney?
To Disney.
Even we go to Cape Cod.
We go to Cape Cod in the summer.
Even the wedding summer.
Yeah.
It's so hot out.
You want to see me? You do my armpits up to this?
Working on very useful skills.
Anyways, if we do something, Mom, I'm gonna do something.
No, all right. Let's no.
Mom, why is the camera flipped?
I don't know. That's just how the camera goes. What else do you want to tell them about you? Do you have a favorite sport?
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse. And what about your favorite animal?
Penguins.
Declan's favorite animal has been penguins forever. And what did you get to do once? On Long Island for your birthday? Did you get to meet a penguin and take a picture with it? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Rachel said, what is your favorite ride at Disney? That's a good question.
I don't know the teacups.
You love the teacups?
I
You love the Winnie the Pooh one.
Oh yeah.
We love that one.
I hate the lightning noise that go like.
Yeah, there's a bunch that we're a little nervous about, but we love.
Because I didn't want to go on Swinky Dog because it was so fast. Brian was like, because they actually, did they have a Tower of Terror?
We didn't go on that, yeah.
But Brian and Daddy did.
Yeah.
And Brian was really scared, actually.
What is your favorite game or activity to play with KK and Brian?
Freeze tag.
And
That's not
hide and
freeze.
seek?
Because yesterday we were playing with
yeah.
Kay. And it's
Yeah.
our cousin.
Our
Kay
friend.
Yeah, friend.
What do you want to be when you grow up? You told me the other day. Do you remember the big word?
A dino fossil.
Yeah, we'll say it again. Tell them.
It's a paleontologist.
That's right. Yes.
Like my friend Kate is.
Cade wants to be a paleontologist too. Maybe you guys could have a business together.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do today?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Look,
I
how you
ordered toys
I
doing,
yesterday,
don't want that one.
and there's another toy coming. So,
Do you want to show
Mom,
them the
it's
Legos
actually
that you got
working.
yesterday? Bring them in here.
Exactly.
So Declan, yeah, like Ross from Friends. Declan is a huge Lego fan,
Yeah,
along with his brother Brian.
he loves Legos.
And they have a big collection of Legos. And as part of, he just got.
I got
Yeah.
these
No,
two
Letha,
ducks, the green
Letha,
one and
okay.
the blue one,
This one.
and
That
Donald
looks
Duck.
like- And your other one's coming
Yeah,
today.
good. He got
As part of
sweet,
trying to get
and
him
then when I
to
go
eat some new foods, we had done food therapy. We live in New England near Boston, and we had done food therapy at Children's Hospital for 2 years, and it was helpful. It got him to actually eat pizza, but then that's all he wanted to eat. So we might have to go back to that soon, but part of trying to get him to eat some new foods has been tempting him with new toys, and it still is really hard because it's not just like him refusing them. It's a sensory reaction that he has to most foods that don't feel safe to him. So that is an interesting thing to navigate for all of us. Nana said you'll be a great paleontologist.
Mom,
What?
when will we be done with this?
We'll be done
live?
soon. Just a few more minutes. What is your favorite color?
Orange, green,
Orange and green?
black and white too.
Orange, green, black, and white. And then how many Legos do you have?
1,000 of them.
So many that I couldn't even count.
No, 1,013.
You think so?
I don't know how much. Okay.
Do you know how to swim?
I know how to swim with a
I'm not
floating
really
and
good
jump.
at swimming, and I'm not really good at floating.
You're very good at swimming.
Well, I'm not really good at floating.
No, you're still
Water.
learning. Did you like when we went surfing last summer?
No.
You didn't like.
Because I went to go underwater. Because I just got underwater by accident, and I can't breathe in there, and I was stuck. Like on.
It was a little different than that, but
And I opened my eyes.
two of the other.
So scary. Did that happen to you, Mom?
Mom, did I come? Did I come?
You didn't come, yeah. Did you try the Rubik's Cube?
Was that in your belly?
Oh yeah. I have a Rubik's Cube.
Two other boys who are in this documentary as well live in the area here, and we all took part in a surfing lesson for kids last year. And, I thought it was going to be a lot of fun, and it turned out to be a little bit more difficult for Declan than we thought it would. It looked like fun, yes. Oh, Amelie's going to speech. Tell her to say have fun.
Okay, bye. Okay, I'm just.
So as when you do tune into the episodes, like when they are put out, you will see when a few years ago when we started this. You want to walk away?
Yeah, I just want to walk away. Okay, bye.
When we started the documentary, Declan was. He didn't have sentences.
Mom,
He had
so
just
can
a few
I check
words.
the mail?
Yes, you can check. And going into kindergarten, even he wasn't at the point where he didn't have like functional sentences. He had like words that he'd be able to tell us.
The mail, Mom.
Oh no, that's we have to return that. That's not mail. So it will be really interesting to see, because we can look back on our videos, but how it's put together. Okay, no, don't open it. It's the printer cartridges that we have to return. So it will be interesting for us to see it all put together and see how far he has come, because we do know, and we have our own videos and stuff, but we've checked in with Rachel for the last, every 6 months kind of for the last 5 years. Sure. So I'm so interested in just watching and like seeing the journeys of the other families, and we got to all meet on a Zoom call during quarantine to see what everybody kind of was doing for their distance learning or their distance therapy, and it was really, really nice to meet everybody. So we are very excited and happy to be part of this project, and we're really excited to share more. How did you know he was autistic? So when I think like moms have like a gut feeling, and when he was very little, like an infant, he was very, 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 very high needs, and I was like the first one of my siblings to have a child, and so I had nothing to really compare being a mom to. Like I didn't have anyone to really talk to until I start not talk to, but like have somebody at the same stage or age. So when we joined a play group, he was 4 months old when we joined a play group, and then they were, obviously growing together. We met every week. Can you let him in? And I just started noticing some things when we would go to the playground. He would run in the opposite direction. When he was 8 or 9 months, he said his first word. He said hi and mama. And by a year old, he was able to identify all the Sesame Street characters, say their names. He said ball, balloon, all these things. And
Mom?
yes.
Can we, when will you be?
I'll be done in a few minutes. I'm just going to answer this question. Go and play them if you want. And at around 15 months, I was already pregnant with Brian, and I had noticed that he had lost some words. He had lost ball and he lost balloon. Those were two that just like really stuck out to me. And you would get these baby center emails. At the time, that was like the one that everyone would get, and they would say like the developmental milestones, and he was meeting them until that point when he was losing the words. And then I had noticed more of the like social things. He never wanted other people to hold him. He would cry a lot. He was nursing, and he would nurse all the time. Like he always had to be soothed, and I just saw there was like a difference. He never slept through the night ever. He would only sleep in 2-hour chunks, if that. I would keep track of like how often he would wake up, and it would be like 15 times a night. And so I just noticed that there was a difference between some of the other my other friends in playgroup, and excuse me. So anyway, around that time, I had brought it up with few people, with my husband, and not many people had agreed with me, and they just said like, kids develop in their own time. And but then it was right around the 15-month mark, I remember just being like, there's early intervention. Why I should just call and make an appointment. And I did. Yeah.
Who's that?
Rachel. And I made the appointment, and they came out, and he qualified right away. He qualified specifically under like the communications and sensory issues. And then from there, like it was always noted that it was a communication delay, language development, and even with early intervention, everyone was like, we don't think that he is autistic, but we're just going to work on these things. And as the time kept going on, I just felt it in my gut. Like I knew that, and I am somebody who does a ton of research, and please stop putting your feet on me. And I just felt like I should try to get all the services that I can as soon as I could. So we went to his 2-year appointment, and why can't I think of the name of the test that they give at the pediatrician? But the MCHAT, is that what it is? Whatever it is, they ask you the questions, and I had answered in the direction of like autism, yes or no, however it goes. And the doctor had seen that he had been doing toe walking, and so the doctor said, let's just wait and see. And then when I left that appointment, I just called Children's Hospital and made an appointment with whoever I could get it with, and ended up being with a neurologist, and that he diagnosed him on the spot. So he was 27 months. So that was a while ago. He verbally diagnosed him on the spot without any testing. And at that time, that's like all we knew. It wasn't, they didn't give him any like level. Like now when you get diagnosed, you get like a level, and we didn't have any of that. We followed up with a developmental pediatrician and psychologist 6 months later. They confirmed the diagnosis. And, so we've known for a while now. And I'm just seeing if there's any other MCHAT. That's what it is. Yes, and then he was in early intervention. He started the preschool in the town that we moved in. We lived in a city in our in Massachusetts at the time, and we started the IEP process there. And he was nonverbal. Like, he had like a few words, but not many at all. And they offered him 15 minutes of speech a week. Like, that's what we had known, that once we got that diagnosis, that we had to move in order to get him more services. But to see what they were able to offer was something that was so like shocking to me, and it like honestly made me lose sleep because of just like they weren't able to service the kids in that city, and that really needed it. So then I told my neighbor that we were thinking of moving, and his brother asked to see our house and offered to buy it on the spot, which made my life very much easier because I had a 2.5-year-old, a 7-month-old going through the 2.5-year-old's going through an autism diagnosis, and I have to sell my house. So luckily, we were very blessed with like wonderful buyers, and we moved, and he got into a full-day preschool program. Is there anything that he's doing now that you would never thought he would do? Yes, I didn't think, like when he was going into kindergarten, I didn't think that we were ever going to get to the point of conversations. Like, he was functional communication, that if he wanted to eat something, but for the most part, we didn't know what he was thinking. Like, he was unable to tell us. Like, we really had to like work for that, and I didn't envision that like we were going to be able to like sit and have a conversation. And I also grew up going to private school, Catholic school, my entire life, so I never knew anybody on the spectrum that I knew of. So all I knew was what I was researching, and I had, like I had said, I had Declan not super young. I was 27, but no other friends had kids. So it wasn't like I knew other families with kids with autism. So I didn't know what like our road was going to look like at all. So yeah, it's really amazing to see now, like even with reading and writing, how far he has come. He was diagnosed with very severe dyslexia this year, which it's a double deficit dyslexia. I'm still learning a lot about it. I don't know. I should have went and got my master's in education because at this point I feel like I need it. But I'm learning a lot, and he is really, really, that's a place that we're really struggling now, because he just finished second grade during this entire, during COVID. And he's going into third grade, and third grade is really the place where you start to, like second grade, you're still learning to read, and third grade, you're reading to learn independently, and we are not at that point yet. So we're going into the school year, just like many families are going into school year, not knowing like what it's going to look like. We really don't know. We're really caught in a place of not feeling like we know what's best for him, what direction yet, because the school was supposed to do their testing this spring, which they weren't able to do. So we're waiting to do that, hopefully getting the go-ahead from the state or whoever they have to listen to in order to get that done. So and then that will determine whether, he's going to stay in his typical classroom, or if he's going to do a language-based learning situation. He can do stand-up comedy. Yeah, I sent them. So Rachel collects videos of the kids to put in the documentary, and Declan just did a whole sales video of our refrigerator that I shared. Yes.
Anyways, can I tell you a question?
Yep.
Anyways, we just saw a dead bird in our backyard.
I know.
But we got rid of it.
Oh, thank you. The last 3 months have been good and difficult at the same time. It's been great that we've been together. But he has regressed within his schoolwork, and I think that everyone has. Like, I mean, I'm sure many kids have, even without a diagnosis. But we were making so much progress with reading, and with him being gluten-free, with him reading, it just like there was 2 weeks where he went gluten-free, and then all of a sudden things like clicked, and he was jumping. He got up to level G in his reading program, and now we've fallen back a few levels, and I think that is to be expected just with like the stress of everything. But it can be discouraging for him, and for us. He is definitely like, school is school, and he is a rule follower. He does what they want. He is, engaged for the most part, and then home is home to him, and he doesn't like me being his teacher at all. He's way more receptive to my husband, and my mother-in-law is actually a reading specialist, which is really helpful. But to him, she is Grammy, so it's hard for him to see us. He doesn't like us to kind of go over, even with reading. It's very hard for him to sit and read with me. He will do it more with his dad, luckily. Thank you, Joan. He has time to read, but yeah. So yeah, it has been tough, and hopefully, like, now we're moving into the extended school year program, and that's going to be done all virtually, which, as of right now, that's what they're saying, which is going to be really hard for us too. So we're going to take a little time off in between regular school and extended school year, and then we'll have to figure that out again, because it will be with like new teachers as well that he doesn't know, and so yes, we shall see. But if there's any other questions, I'm more than happy to answer, and if not, we will jump off and get ready for the next activity of the day, pack them all up and go to the pool. But thank you so much for being on and being interested in our journey and our experience. All right, looks like no more questions. Well, I hope that everybody has a great weekend, and make sure to continue to follow along on the page here. I know that Rachel will, the first episode is going to be about COVID and how it's impacted the kids, so it will be really interesting to see and connect with other families. So that's great. We will talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.
Mom, make me blue macaroni.
Blue macaroni.